Hey guys, so welcome to the doll shed. At the moment, I wanted to kind of give y'all just a little overview of the dolls that I have. I've been adding all of my dolls from the house out here so that I can kind of keep them stored and have them on display. But I haven't actually done a video, and it was recently brought to my attention, and so I want to show you today. This is how I store them. For now, besides the ones on the walls, there's some in boxes, and then I'll also show you the ones on the bookshelf over there. But I'm going to have to turn off this light and turn on the ring light because it's just not bright enough in here. So with that, I'll be right back. Alright, so we're going to start with this first shelf here. I'll just pull the dolls out. I'm sorry, the floor creaks a lot and the inverter is running. So I hope you guys can hear me over all that. But we're going to start with over here. I found this set at the local antique store that we have here. This is Neo and Trinity. I do have their big guns. They're in the house in a box at the moment. But they have amazing details. I fell in love with them. And the price was so cheap I couldn't believe it. They are slightly articulated. I don't think they're exactly Barbie size. But yeah. As soon as I saw them, my husband's like, you gotta add them to your collection because you love them so much. Even the boots. Leather details. A belt that is separate from the pants and goes through belt loops. He does have his dual pistols here. Like I said, the big guns are inside. I do have them. It was brand new in the box. The box was a little beat up, so I ended up having to get rid of the box and just put them on the shelf. Oh, now he doesn't want to stand upright. Okay, so there, that was Neo. Here's Trinity. She does have sculpted hair, just like him. I kind of wish they had actual hair. Painted on sunglasses. Again, would have been cool to have that real sunglass look. But jacket is a little worn. I try to be gentle with it. You can definitely tell it's old. It's been in the box for way too long. Parts of it have already started peeling off. But again, highly detailed belt. Yeah, it's starting to come off on my hands. She also has dual pistols. And then she has the boots that are separate, I think, from the pants. Nope, they're one piece. But hard soles on the bottom to complete the look. I absolutely love it. I wish she was in better shape as far as her clothes. Maybe one day I'll just redo the clothes if I get good enough. But for now, that's Trinity. I don't really have them on the stands perfectly. They're just kind of there to lean them up. Okay. Next up, let's check out Ariel. As a kid, let me fix Trinity. She's about to fall over. There we go. As a kid, I had an Ariel. Got a little chewed up by the puppy that we adopted at one point. His name was Cracker, and Cracker was a teething puppy, and he wanted to chew on everything. So my mom found one of the original Ariels. We put her in her wedding dress, although she did have this one. This isn't the actual bra, as we know her clamshell bra should be purple. But it still fits on her, and I had her holding it. So I could put it on display with her. And her veil. And then I also have tails. Not the original green tail, but I do have other tails. They're in a box to keep them sort of preserved so they don't come apart. But yeah, she's on display as well. And she's in amazing condition, including her hair. I was really surprised. So that one is a blast from my childhood. Next to her, we have this one. This is in one of a kind that I did, using a Shadow High doll. I created my own Harley Quinn. She's not perfect by any means. The shirt definitely is a little floppy, and the skirt likes to ride way up on top. But you can search my other videos. I did paint her nails. I did paint her makeup on her face and dyed her hair to give her a glam. My daughters added the XOXO clip to her hair, but it seems to want to be at the bottom, not at the top. The accessories that you see, I did paint these shoes to give her more of a Harley Quinn look. But yeah, all her accessories, like the bracelet, that came from Rainbow High dolls. So there's my Harley Quinn. This one, I haven't done anything to yet. She's something that's coming up later. Another one of a kind that I have planned out. I'm thinking, I think this one was supposed to be the vampire or the dragon queen. I'm not sure which yet. I do have a red-haired one that I also got for one of those. So like I said, I haven't touched her yet for that, but I just love the way she looks. She already has black fingernail polish, although it is kind of chipped. I think this might have been her original outfit. Not a huge fan of it, so I will be changing it. But she's just another one. Oops, and I dropped her stand. She's just another one that's a future project. But for now, to keep her safe, she's in the case. Okay, next up. Rainbow High are top heavy, so you have to balance them just right or they end up falling over. Alright, next up, I'll have to fix her. Next up is Triss, and she's had a little bit of a run-in with static. It's cold and staticky right now. But this one I had to take out of the box, mainly because I wanted to kind of play with her a bit in photos. My daughter absolutely loves her, so the next time I find one at a decent price, I plan on getting her one. Her details are sort of coming apart, that's why I stopped using her in pictures. Her outfit, as you can see, it's suffering some damage from time. So she just stands on the shelf for now. I love her boots, the futuristic look that they have, and I also love the outfit. It's just one of those fun collective pieces that you can add. But I also love her face and using her. She's got such static right now. I love using her in pictures, or I did before I started putting her on the shelf. Okay, next up we have another set that my mother sent me. Wonder Woman with Steve Trevor. They came together in a, I guess, short release set. He does have his gun on his hip, a belt. Sadly, his pants and boots are painted on and sculpted. I would have preferred actual clothing, but the top piece is pretty good. And I think it might be two separate pieces, but I haven't actually, nope, they're one piece. I haven't actually tried to take that off of him. The box got messed up. I do have it, but it doesn't stay together very well. So it's on another shelf and I just took them out. I love her sculpted boots. Those are cool. I have like 2 of these swords now based on how many Wonder Woman I have. And the outfit's okay. It's just not as interesting as I would have thought they would have done. But that's okay. I also have this Wonder Woman. I love her face sculpt. Her hair's done up in the back. And then she has her long blue dress. She's not wearing the proper shoes, I don't think. Oh wait, maybe this one was. She's wearing her gold boots. But I also have the, I guess, nicer shoes. And then I put a gold bracelet on just because it seemed to fit. And I have her sword inside. And then the final Wonder Woman I have, I kind of took her hair down. I was using her as my mini-me for a while. But this one, I believe, was from the 1984 version. I do have the shoes. They're inside the house. I just haven't brought them out yet and put them back on her feet. She did get a spot on her dress, unfortunately. I'll have to clean that eventually. But aside from that, I just love how beautiful she is and that she fits with the rest of my Wonder Woman collection. Although her sleeve is starting to come undone. But there's that one. On this side, I have the Tomb Raider doll. Her accessories are inside. She was brand new in the box. I did take her hair down because I don't like dolls staying with ponytails unless that's how they're going to stay permanently. Because otherwise it just messes up their hair. She's also got static going on. But she does have some articulation. I love the belt. It's all a part of the pants. However, it at least looks like it could be separate. I love the pockets. They're difficult when they're on her, but they do have functional pockets. She has her bandage here. She has painted wrappings on this hand. More functional pockets on the other side. And then I love the boots. They're all one color. They're not very detailed, but they're still pretty cool. And like I said, her pickaxe, her map, the things she came with, they're all inside the house in a box. I won't pull her out because there is another video on my channel, but the blue-haired or the blue-lipped beauty back there, I don't know how well you can see her. Let me see. Back there, that one. She was another one-of-a-kind creation of mine. She's the Plague Doctor. A lot of her accessories are on her stand below her, but if you want to find her, she's also on my channel. This one's another one-of-a-kind that was made specifically for me back when I was a little girl. I need to clean her face. She's gotten quite dirty. But she was put together, and as you can tell, the rubber bands have long since had enough. But the dress was hand sewn. The bracelet was handmade. The hat was hand done, as well as her necklace. And it was all done by a German woman who went and put it all together for me. She has an undergarment. There you go. A petticoat skirt and bloomers. They were all hand sewn. Absolutely loved her. Goody Gudrun. Miss Goody is what we called her. But she put this all together. And this was one of my most treasured possessions for pretty much ever since I got it. But yeah, I just need to clean her face. She's been through a lot. But she's always been treasured. So she'll go back on the shelf. I do have one of the Princess of the Worlds. I think she's the Renaissance one. She's a little worse for wear as far as her hair goes. But eventually, I will clean her up. She's back here. Next to her, you have Cleopatra. I do love Cleopatra. I love her braided hair. I love the face paint. It looks like she's in need of some touch-ups. This did not come with her. This was just a gold necklace that I found and I put on her because when I got her, all she had was this dress. That's it. I also took this purse. I think this one came from a Monster High doll. But it seemed to work, so I put that on her. And then She wears these gold and black boots that I found somewhere randomly. And that is as close to Cleopatra as I can get right now. But she's up there. Okay. Now we're going to take it down a level. And I'm going to show you a collection that my mother sent me. So let's go for a ride. Right about here. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, so first up we have the Dr. Carlisle, his wife Esme. In the back I have Rosalie. She's still in her box. I don't know how well I can pull these out without them all falling down. And then I'm trying to remember names. Is it Emmett? Is Emmett the one that was with Rosalie in the Twilight series? You guys might have to help me out. But he's in the back. And then over here, you have Alice. I think she's one of my favorites from this series. Let me show you. Being the fashion designer, she had the fabulous hair, but look at her outfit. She has, let's see how well I can do it. Look at the ruffled detail around her neckline, the necklace on a ribbon. I love the vest itself. Jeans and then flats. Put it all together and it just screams Alice. So she's definitely one of my favorites. Her back. They're a little difficult on their stands. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Okay. So she's there. Next to her, we have Jasper. The one who can control emotions. Up here you have Jacob, the werewolf. I'm pretty sure these aren't his original clothes, but they're close enough. Let me see if I can pull him out. Yeah, he's gonna be a pain. But he does have his tattoos underneath the shirt and the chest. Then we have, we have Bella in her vampire form after she got married. Next to her charming heartthrob, which I have two versions, or I guess two copies of. Over here, Edward. You have Victoria. I also have two of those back here. Later on, I'm thinking I might want to use one for another project. And then, oh no, I made Alice fall. Okay, hold on. And then in the back, I don't know how well you can see her. There, back there. I can't remember her name at the moment. If you remember her name, tell me. She's the really creepy one who causes intense pain from the Twilight series. So, back it up a bit. That is my Twilight collection that my mother had sent me. So I can show you my collection of Star Wars dolls, which is crammed in a little more tightly than I'd like. Eventually, I'd like to find another way to display them. Get another shelf or something. But here's the ones I have. I have Chewbacca and Han Solo. There's R2-D2 and Yoda. In the back, we have two versions of Darth Vader. One of them, if you squeeze his legs, he moves his lightsaber and it makes sounds, and he makes his breathing sound. I don't know how well you can see him. Over there in the back is Darth Maul. He's a little blurry and there's something on my glass. But yeah, Darth Maul's back there. You have Darth Sidious right here. Let's see. There's Obi-Wan in his older years. Greedo is behind him back there. You've got C-3PO right there. I have Luke and Leia. Luke actually has his lightsaber, and I think he had a gun too. As a matter of fact, Han Solo, I have his shackles of when he was captured for the freezing. But yeah, Leia, she's missing some shoes, and she's had a rough night, and the hair's just never been the same. I can't quite get her back into the buns, but she's there, and I think I need to find her a belt. Yeah, I need to find her a belt. Okay, now, as far as the Amidala's, I have these 4. Yes, just these 4. I don't think I have any of the other ones. I'm missing a couple of them. But I have the one when she was in that really pretty purple. This is the throne room, and this is the morning gown. And then this is when she was in disguise. So you have a mask that you can put onto her, and she turns into Padme Amidala. So I have those. I do have some of the boxes down there for the dolls that are in the case. The one that I haven't taken out yet is the most recent find. I have Anakin Skywalker as a child. I found that at a local game store that we go to. So, that is my collection in here. Now I'm going to take you to the other shelf. Alright, the light doesn't want to reach, but over here I do have a one-of-a-kind that I made for my daughters that they no longer wanted. I started to create Poison Ivy. I'm going to go back and redo her, and she'll be on the blog later. Behind these lovely dolls back there, that is my birthstone Barbie. Compliments of my mother one year. Then you have Star Trek Ken and Barbie that came in a set. The box absolutely fell apart. But I do have all their accessories. They are very well preserved. Although her hair is coming apart. The rubber bands have disintegrated. And that hair piece that holds up the ponytail, it's a separate piece. And it's trying to come off. So I'm very gentle with them. But they have their place on the shelf. Next up, we have 2 that also don't like being in the box because their box fell apart. Scully and Mulder. I am absolutely amazed by the details that were put into these 2. And now I can see why they go for so much. You have the badges that they both wear. He has a tie and his entire suit. Her pantsuit, I mean, look at it. It's awesome. And they're posable. As you can see, I've kind of put her badge in her pocket because I couldn't figure out how to get her to hold it. Whereas he holds his in his hand, and I put his hand in his pocket. She also has the little gold cross, and I love her face sculpt. So, Scully and Mulder. I never watched X-Files, but I love the dolls. Back there, I have the black and white version of the Phantom of the Opera. Let me move my pirates. And he's actually in the grayscale with a mask and everything. I have never taken him out of the box. I have no plans to take him out of the box because I absolutely adore him. Phantom of the Opera is my favorite, which is why I have the one that we created, and I'll show you in a minute. This pirate doll, my mother sent me one year. Love her details. I can't wait to use her in pictures. I just haven't had a chance to just yet. I might even build her own shelf. But she is posable, and I love her eyes. This one came from, I think it might have been Disney Descendants, but it just screamed steampunk. And that's why my mom sent it. And I love her detailed look. So there's that. Up top, still in the box, we have Leia in her ceremonial gown with the window box. I'm not gonna pull it down right now. And then we're gonna swing over here. Actually, I'm gonna take you over here. I have Belle, not in her original clothes, random doll, and it was some type of Barbie princess movie, but it gave off the same vibes as this dress over here. And this is my one-of-a-kind Phantom of the Opera coming out to meet Christine, who's currently not on the stand. She's somewhere else. I have this one. My mom knows I really love Japanese culture and style, and so she sent me Lila Yamamoto, Yamamoto, so that I could have a Japanese style one. I haven't taken her out of the box. I would like to one day, but for now she's just safer in here until I have more space to do so. And then this one had an outfit that was just so steampunkish that my mother sent this one too. Again, I love it. She's got her, I believe you call them spats, over her boots. They go all the way up with buckles. Eventually, she's coming out of the box. But for now, she's safer there. And then we have Barra Safi from Star Wars. I don't think I have a separate, I don't think it's in there, lightsaber for her. But I have taken her out of the box. She's a lot of fun. For now, this is just her safe spot, so she doesn't get all messed up. But she's another Star Wars character. So anyways, welcome to the doll collection. Hope you enjoyed my show. I know it was a little longer than I planned. And there will be other dolls. As far as I can tell though, I've pretty much gotten everything from out there except the ones I use on a daily basis for photos. So, let me know what you think. If you knew a character that I couldn't remember a name for, feel free to leave me a comment. And I can't wait to see you guys later. Bye.